What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Now Joining the Session with Cess. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that notification, hit the like, hit the share so you know that when we talking, you talking, stay in the conversation. And if you are returning, we appreciate you coming back. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the engagement. Let's keep it going. I don't know what's going on with my green screen today, but we're not going to let that stop the conversation. I don't know. Like I told y'all from the gate, I'm still learning and growing, and all of that'll be part of this channel. So let's get into it. Today, I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to take a chance to start highlighting some of the talent that we see in women's college basketball right now. We got March Madness coming up. We got a lot of freshmen out there that we've been talking about, but we also got just some stone cold ballers that have been in the game for a minute that just don't get their just due. So we want to start highlighting some of that talent, putting eyes on some of that talent, getting your feedback on some of that talent, and then learning about who you all like um, outside of just the mainstream. Now, of course, I'm going to start with some of my South Carolina Gamecocks just because that's my favorite team. I want to make sure that I highlight and show some love there. But then we also going to be getting into some other teams. So, but definitely starting in South Carolina. Okay, and with that said, our first stop, Hollywood. And when I say Hollywood, I don't mean Hollywood, California. I mean Hollywood, like 5'8" starting point guard for the South Carolina Gamecocks, Hollywood Raven Johnson. Okay, listen, Raven been doing her thing for a while now. Shout out to Women's Hoops Masterclass, whose footage is playing that you see behind me. They did a great job capturing all of the great things that Raven does on the floor, from the assist to the shooting to the defense to the rebounding, just to the leadership. So shout out to Women's Hoops Masterclass for that footage that you see behind me. But back to Raven. Raven is 20 years old, 5'8", like I said, starting point guard out of Westlake High School in Atlanta, Georgia. I got to South Carolina in 2021, had that true freshman year interrupted with a knee injury. 2022 NCAA champion. She's a Naismith prep player of the year. She was a McDonald's All-American, 2 times Miss Georgia basketball. She was ranked the number 1 point guard and number 2 overall player in the class of 2021. She's a 2-time Georgia Athletic Coaches Association Player of the Year in her classification, which would have been 6A and 7A in 2021-2020, respectively. 3-time Atlanta Journal-Constitution Player of the Year. And she led Westlake to 4 state championships. So as a sophomore, she's already won on pretty much every level that she's played on. And she is guiding the number 1 team in the nation right now to undefeated season so far and doing a damn good job. So I wanted to put a spotlight on Raven. She's played a key role in this hot start. I think she's this is her first season as a starter. She's 40% from the field, I think, maybe even up over 53. She's not turning the ball over a lot, even though turnovers are an issue. And she had a game against Clemson where, even though the game got out of hand, she dished out like 17 assists, which was like a record. First time, I think, that it's been done by an SEC player since 2005. Second most assists in the game in South Carolina history, and most by any D1 player in the game this season. So shout out to her for that. 17 assists, really getting the ball around and getting her team involved. She was the number 2 women's basketball recruit in the country. And she signed to play for South Carolina. She's also the first girl to participate in a major boys high school all-star game. She was in the Iverson Classic. And AI even was on record, I think, on Dawn Staley's podcast. I don't remember the name of it right now. It slips my mind, but I think he said that Raven is like one of his favorite players in the game right now. Her playing in the All-Star game, it took place during the scrimmage where she kind of got a chance to kind of like showcase her skills. This crossover dribbling, set her teammates up for some 3-pointers, but really just showed the courage to get out there with the guys and kind of let her game speak for herself. So shout out to her for that. This season, she is averaging 9.5 points, just about 4 rebounds, almost 6 assists, which would be just about 23rd in the nation. And right now, wow, 54% from the floor. It can only go up from here. She's a sophomore. She's getting tutelage under Dawn Staley, who is probably the best point guard she can learn under. You can see from these highlights behind me, this young lady is a true point guard. She's about getting her team involved. When you listen to her talk, she's saying all of the right things. She wants to be able to make sure that she's learning the game, that she's seeing the floor. She's taking the time to ask Dawn questions like, how do you see that, coach? What are you seeing? What are you looking for as a point guard? So excited to see where she's able to grow from right now into March and then beyond. Some of the things just personally about Raven that are kind of interesting. Her favorite pregame meal, from what they say, is pasta. Looks like her favorite player is Kyrie Irving because he knows how to set up his teammates, which goes right along with her game. She was inspired by her grandfather and grandmother. She has a twin. At one point, they were both playing basketball together, and I think they were like Killer and Thriller. I think she was the killer part because of the defense that she played, I think is what she said. And with defense being the basis of her game, I think she has a game and a skill set that's going to translate really well at the next level. I think that she'll be able to set teammates up and be able to make defensive plays that will make her useful at the next level and allow her to be able to impact teams. So excited to see where Raven goes from here for the rest of this season and on to the rest of her career. So shout out to Hollywood. Looking forward to seeing what you're able to do next. And with that, I'm not going to be here long, you guys. Until next time, you know what it is. Stay tuned. We'll talk soon. I'm out.